Let me tell a story that has all shades of life. There's joy and grief and laughter, bonhomie and strife. Every story teaches a nice little lesson. Along with the wisdom, we will also have fun. Let me tell a story that has all shades of life. There's joy and grief and laughter, bonhomie and strife. Every story teaches a nice little lesson. Along with the wisdom, you will also have fun. Hello everyone, how are you all doing? So I hope you have been listening to the other magical stories that has already been uploaded, and I hope you're all having fun. So are you all ready for yet another magical journey today? Yeah? Today, the story that I have for all of you, it is a story from the Indian mythology. Yes, Indian mythology has loads and loads of equally enchanting and magical stories as any other mythology in this world. Perhaps even more than anything else, I would say. So, without too much talk, chitter chatter, let's get started. Alright? Yeah? The story that I am going to tell you about today, my dear friends, is about a character called Ghatotkach. It is the story of Ghatotkach. Do you know who Ghatotkach was? Ghatotkach was the son of Bhim. No, not Chota Bhim. This was Bada Bhim. Bhim was one of the Pandavas, right, from the Mahabharata. And he was the most well built and the strongest of the Pandavas. And when the Pandavas had been in exile, Bhim had come across and he had met this female asura called Hidimba, and from both of them a son had been born who they named as Ghatotkach. So, as you can infer, Ghatotkach was an asura. And not all asuras are bad, right? Although Indian mythology mostly asuras come across as evil beings, very cruel. There were some asuras, who were good too. So our Hidimba and Ghatotkach were also the good asuras. Let's just leave it at that. So Ghatotkach was also as strong and as powerful, perhaps more, definitely more than not just his father and not just his mother, because he had the combined strength of both. And Ghatotkach lived in the forest with his mother. Now when Ghatotkach grew up to be a young adult asura, that's when the story takes place. So one fine day, when Ghatotkach was going on with all his daily routine in the forest, he suddenly heard a knock on his door. And when he went and opened the door, who does he see there but his beloved cousin Abhimanyu and his beloved uncle Lord Krishna. Yes, children, Abhimanyu, the son of Arjun, another of the Pandavas, was of course Ghatotkach's cousin, and Krishna was a relative. Krishna was an uncle. So he saw Abhimanyu and Krishna standing there at his doorstep, and he wondered, what brings both of you to the forest to, so far away from your home? Please come in. He welcomed them and he made them comfortable. He gave them water, everything, and he sat down to find out what had happened. Because children, both Abhimanyu and Krishna, they looked pretty tense. So Ghatotkacha asked, "What happened, Abhimanyu?" Abhimanyu, he couldn't speak at all, He seemed to be so overwhelmed with grief. Ghatotkacha, my dear brother, he said, "What do I tell you? My entire life's ruined." Krishna said, "Don't lose hope, Abhimanyu. Wait, I'm here. Why fear when I'm here?" Ghatotkacha said, "Yes, of course. Uncle Krishna is here. You don't have to fear anything." Krishna said, "But Ghatotkacha, this is a problem in which we do require your help." Ghatotkacha said, "Whatever it is, uncle, pray tell me, and I'll be happy to help." So, both Abhimanyu and Krishna described the problem. Now, Krishna's elder brother, Balram, had a daughter. Now, Krishna and Balram's sister, Subhadra, was married to Arjuna, and Abhimanyu was Subhadra and Arjuna's son. And when Abhimanyu had been born, Balram had also, after some years, given birth to a girl. Balram's daughter's name was Sashirekha. So, when Sashirekha was born, she'd been so overwhelmed with joy that she had told Balram that, "Bhaiya, when both these kids grow up, I want to make Sashirekha my daughter-in-law." And Balram, of course, had only been too happy to oblige. He said, "Very well, my dear sister. Definitely when both of these children come of age, we will marry them off." And Abhimanyu and Sashirekha had also grown up thinking that they were both going to be soulmates and they were both going to be married. But as luck would have it, in the course of time, Duryodhan, the eldest of the Kauravas and the sworn enemy of the Pandavas, Duryodhan, along with his cunning, manipulative uncle Shakuni, they had both met up with Balram and they had talked Balram into promising Sashirekha's hand to Duryodhan's son Lakshman Kumar. And now that particular wedding was about to take place. Duryodhan's son was about to marry Balram's daughter Sashirekha, whereas here was Abhimanyu pining and being very sad because he was not going to be able to do anything about it. And needless to say, Sashirekha was also sitting there in her palace and being very sad and pining and wondering how she could get out of all these things. So it fell upon Lord Krishna to find a solution for all these problems. And that is why Krishna had brought Abhimanyu to his beloved brother Ghatotkacha's home. Because Krishna, as always, had a plan in mind. And when Krishna told Ghatotkacha all this, and he also described his plan, Ghatotkacha was only too happy. He said, ha 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 ha. Is that all, my dear brother? Don't you worry. I am going to make sure that none else but you will marry Sashirekha. Abhimanyu asked, but how, brother? How can you pull it off? The marriage is going to take place tomorrow morning. What can be done? How are you going to do? What are you going to do? Ghatotkacha said, brother, don't you realize that you're not only talking to your brother, but you're talking to one of the most, one of the experts in magic in this entire world. I have quite a number of tricks up my sleeve, so don't you worry. You stay here, relax, and I will soon be back with Sashirekha. Okay? So saying, Ghatotkacha set off. Now the marriage was going to take place in Balram's house, as is the custom. Usually the wedding takes place in the bride's home, right? So Ghatotkacha set off for Balram's home, and upon reaching there, he changed his form, and without anybody noticing, he transformed himself into Sashirekha. By the way, Ghatotkacha was really, he was a very talented asura. And as he himself said, he was also a very talented magician. And he was the expert or the number one in transfiguration. Those all those Harry Potter fans here, you could probably compare him to McGonagall. So he was probably the McGonagall of Mahabharata. So he transformed himself into Sashirekha, and he very beautifully, elegantly, he walked into the house, and of course everybody thought that it was the bride who was happily taking a stroll around the house. And when Balram saw him, he said, my dear daughter, please go to your room. You need to rest. Tomorrow is a big day for you. And Ghatotkacha said, okay, father. In Sashirekha's form, of course, right? So he said, okay, father. And he slowly sauntered off to Sashirekha's room. When he opened the door and let himself in and closed the door shut and turned, there, the real Sashirekha, who was sitting on her bed, looked up at who had come in, and she almost screamed. Ghatotkacha said, shh, wait up. And he changed back to his original form. Sashirekha, she saw him and she said, brother, what are you doing here? Ghatotkacha said, fear not, my dear sister. I have come here to take you away to Abhimanyu. But how? There are so many people around, so many servants. Every 5 minutes someone comes and knocks and checks upon me. I can't even, look out from this window. How am I going to go out? Ghatotkacha said, I told you not to worry. Okay. Now, all you have to do is to get all your things ready, and at my signal, there's going to be a rope near the window and you're going to escape out. But brother, if I escape, of course people will notice, and everyone knows that I was hoping to marry Abhimanyu, and they will know where to look for me, and they will immediately come and find both of us in no time. Ghatotkacha said, all that is taken care of. So don't you worry. And here's the signal. So there you go. He made a long rope and he asked Sashirekha to climb out of her window, because there outside her window was standing Lord Krishna with Abhimanyu. Sashirekha clambered down quickly and still she asked, but here what? Ghatotkacha said, don't you worry, my dear. And Sashirekha went away. Now it was Ghatotkacha alone in Sashirekha's bedroom. He had a plan in mind, but he was an Asura. Asuras get very hungry. So he said, before I put the plan into force, let me first have some food. And so saying, he again changed his form into Sashirekha, and he slowly sauntered out of the room and happily walked down to the kitchens. As he neared the kitchen, the sweet aroma of the wedding feast, it wafted on to his nostrils, and what aroma, what a fragrance. Oh, I cannot resist any longer. So saying, he again changed back into his original form and entered the kitchen. And as soon as he entered, all the others who were there, they all seemed to be frozen and they all seemed to be dumbfounded. Who was this? Such a big Asura had come into her kitchen. Shivering, those cooks slowly backed off, and Ghatotkacha had the entire kitchen all to himself. So he sat down nicely. He looked around and he thought, okay, let me take a plate. But all these plates of mere human beings were too small for an Asura. So Ghatotkacha swooshed his hand, and all the big utensils came dragging along near him. They all just moved near him. And he looked about. What all was there? Oh, laddu. Aha! Chaklis! Murku! Oh ho ho ho! Oh ho! Tamarind rice! Ha 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 ha! Are? Kheer! Very good, very good, very good. Let me get started. What shall I start? Why not start with the laddu? He thought, and he brought the plate of laddus in front of him. A huge mountain of laddus sat before him, and Ghatotkacha took his hand, brought his hand towards one, and then stopped. It will take too long to eat them one by one, isn't it? I don't have the patience to wait so long. So saying, he opened his mouth. the laddus flew in one by one, as if magnetically pulled into his mouth. And oh, the plate was empty. Next, what shall I take next? I'll take the chaklis. And again, chaklis also. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. The plate of chaklis was also empty. Ghatotkaч was feeling happier by the moment, and he was laughing and singing. Ha 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 ha. Let's have some kheer. Ha 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 oh. Like this, chakli, laddu, kheer, tamarind rice, curd rice, sambar. One by one by one by one, all the vessels were empty. And finally, when there was not a morsel in any vessel, oh, Ghatotkač's tummy was full and his heart was full, and he said, oh, now after a short rest, I will be ready to put my plan into action. And he again changed his form into Sashirekha. And by the time a couple of those cooks had found courage to go and call Balarama and call Duryodhana and say, there is someone in the kitchen, please come help. But when Balarama and Duryodhana came towards the kitchen, who was walking towards them? No one but the bride, Sashirekha. She asked, Father, is there a problem? Balaram said, no, my dear child, but do go and have your rest. Oh, sorry, Father, burped Sashirekha. And she said, okay, good night, Father. And she went away to Sashirekha's room, to her room. The next morning dawned, the day of the wedding. Sashirekha was actually, who was it? Yes, Ghatotkač, dressed up in full bridal wear, and she came to the mandap. Duryodhan's son, Lakshman Kumar, he was sitting, the groom was already sitting there, and he was doing his part of the puja. And he was sitting there and he was doing the puja, and he looked up to see this beautiful damsel walk in. And she came and she sat beside him, as is the custom. As the the wedding rituals were going on, Lakshman Kumar slowly glanced a romantic look towards her. As he slowly turned his gaze towards her, there, sitting in Sashirekha's place, what did Lakshman Kumar see? Lakshman Kumar thought he must not have slept well yesterday. Wedding jitters. So he thought, oh, I'm just thinking something. And he went about his wedding rituals. But still, he wanted to look at his would-be wife. So he again turned his gaze towards her slowly. And as he slowly turned his gaze towards her, what did he see? whisper to his father, "Father, I is it just me, or did you see Shashirekha acting a bit strange?" Duryodhan looked and he saw the beautiful Shashirekha sitting nicely, very demure, and beautiful as ever. Duryodhan said, "No, she's such a beautiful girl. You are a uh, blessed man, my dear son." Yeah, yes, father. Nothing. I think I must not have slept properly. It is just that. And Lakshman Kumar continued his, the swaha, all the rituals that were going on. After some time, he again could not resist. So he again slowly turned his gaze towards her. And what did he see? He stood up. Father, something is wrong. That is not Shashirekha. Now Duryodhan was embarrassed. Why was his son acting so strange in front of everyone? He said, "Lakshman, sit down. Don't act like this. That beautiful girl, that naive and demure girl is sitting there, so obedient and so nicely, so elegantly. Why are you behaving like this? Sit down." "No, I can't sit near her." Just then the Pandit said, "Okay, it is time to take the Sat Feras. It is time to go around the fire, take the sacred vows." So Shashirekha and Lakshman Kumar, they both stood up, and Lakshman Kumar started walking in front, and the bride followed him around the circle, as is the custom. And as they completed one round, slowly, hesitatingly, but with a lot of apprehension, Lakshman Kumar turned back to see what was happening now. And what did he see? "I don't want to marry this girl!" screamed the groom, Lakshman Kumar, the son of Duryodhan, the eldest of Pandavas. He screamed. He took off his pagdi that they put for the groom. He took off and he threw it off, and he ran out of the palace. Everybody could, they were just staring like this. They couldn't do anything. Balram was staring like this. Everybody was staring. Duryodhan was staring. Lakshman Kumar had gone. And here, Shashirekha, our Ghatotkacha, was secretly laughing. Because you know what must have happened after that, right? There Shashirekha and Abhimanyu were already married, and here Balram, enraged that he had been insulted like this, he himself broke off the engagement with Lakshman Kumar, of his daughter with Lakshman Kumar. And that way Ghatotkacha was successful in bringing together the two lovebirds with his magical abilities. I hope you all enjoyed this story. I hope you all enjoyed the and I hope you all also have a good time at home eating but with moderation, because we are not asuras, no? And with that, I take leave of all of you, and let's meet tomorrow. Let's meet with the next story again. See you till then. Bye bye. Take care.